Hey friends, Dave here with Transfer Express, and today we're going to be covering how you could quickly and efficiently print on, over, under, or around pockets on t-shirts. Now we're going to show some inexpensive tools that you could use for some simple and easy printing with your heat press, as well as some fun, creative ideas and print placements that could pump up your profits. Are you ready? Let's get started. If you are new to Transfer Express, we are the world's largest supplier of screen printed and digital heat transfers, heat presses, free customizable designs, wholesale apparel, and expert advice to help grow your t-shirt business. If you haven't already subscribed, we are kicking out new videos like this one every single week. Now, printing pocket tees shouldn't be a frustrating process, and with just a few easy tips, you're going to be printing pockets like a pro. Now we're going to start with just a standard on the pocket placement, and then I'll show you how you could work around the pocket to crush some unique placements without any special tools, presses, gadgets, or expensive accessories. Today we're going to be using our goof-proof screen printed transfers for a couple reasons. Reason number one, they are Plastisol ink screen printed transfers, so they look, feel, wash, and wear exactly like a traditional printed t-shirt, all without having to worry about burning screens or emulsions or messy inks and screen density or chemicals and cleanup. Number two, there is no weeding required. These transfers come ready to apply and are independently tested to 50+ wash dry cycles, so you can ensure that you're getting quality prints that will last. And finally, with screen printed transfers, we have the ability to group tons of different artwork together here all on one sheet, what we call in the biz as gang sheets, so that we can maximize our printing space on the full sheet with these smaller graphics that we'll be putting on the pocket tees to maximize our profit. So let me show you that standard pocket placement right now. First thing that we're going to do is cut out our artwork from this gang sheet. Now with these gang sheets, I absolutely love fitting as much as I can up here. And like I mentioned, using pocket-sized artwork, you could fit just a ton on each sheet. Now when you order our goof-proof or any of our screen printed transfers at transferexpress.com, they all come on a full sheet. So you're paying for the sheet, not the amount of inks or space you use, so use it up. But here we cut out the peace sign, and we'll also cut out this "Sorry I'm busy" graphic that we'll put above our pocket when we get to it later. And we're gonna grab our shirt, and I'm gonna thread it onto the heat press. But here we have the Hottronic 16x20 auto clamshell press on the matching caddy stand, which does make it 100% fully threadable. So I'm gonna take advantage of that feature of our press. And just loading it on, I can see that we're nice and straight down the side. I'll roll any collars or seams off of the printing area. So now that we're all set, and we'll say that we have all of our collars and seams off the printing area, you'll notice that we have all of the seams right for the pocket right here. So if you have been following us here at Transfer Express, I'm going to show you one super simple, easy, and effective tool that does not break the bank. And of course, that is the mouse pads here that we love so much. Now what these mouse pads do is they raise any printing areas. If you're printing on onesies or polos around those buttons or seams or snaps, you could use this to raise the printing area and give yourself a nice firm flat surface to print on. Now you see that that's way too big, so with them being super cheap is take our scissors out and cut them up to a size that could fit in our printing area. So here I'm just gonna eyeball this and look and say that we're gonna cut this one about right here to ensure that this could fit inside the pocket and get us away from those seams, raising that print area up. And just like that, either way, we could put it in the pocket and that's gonna raise that area. Now we'll go ahead and do a test press to ensure that the pressure is set properly on the press, still in that medium to firm range. All right, perfect. We're in the medium to firm range that we need to be. Now, once we're pre-pressed, removed any moisture from the shirt, that's gonna give us a great printing surface to put our transfer. And we'll press this. Now, goof-proof applies at 365 degrees between 4 and 6 seconds. Immediately when the press opens, we'll peel the transfer carrier back, and that leaves us with an awesome beautiful screen print right there on the pocket of our t-shirt. Now, using this same garment, I want to show you how you could print just above the pocket right here. We're going to use the same exact technique that we used for printing this with a different piece of the mouse pad, just a little bit bigger, and we're going to place that right above the seam here. And we might have to move our garment down just a little bit, and it's okay if our collar comes up as long as it's not on the mouse pad area that's going to be where the bulk of our pressure is going to be printing here on this mouse pad. We'll move the mouse pad down a little bit to make sure that we're nice and flush with that seam at the top of the pocket, and we look good. Now we'll pre-press this to remove the moisture from this area, because when we pre-pressed before, only the pocket got that, that application. So we don't need to push it down all the way, just a little bit to remove that steam. Now this is off of the printing area, but I am going to cover this decoration that we did before with a cover sheet, just to ensure that if we really jam the pressure down, that this is not going to be touching the heating element up here and melting into our platen. We recommend keeping some paper cover sheets or anything on hand. Craft paper, the parchment paper, or in our brand new application kit, you get a whole pack of these cover sheets included in there. That will help keep your press nice and clean. So here, we're going to take our next transfer, and we're just going to place it down right here. We want to make sure that we are aligned right on top of the pocket and spaced just a little ways away, and that our graphic fits completely on top of that mouse pad. So once we're happy with the placement there, we'll go ahead and press this one again, 365 for that 4 to 6 seconds. Just like last time, as soon as the press opens, we're going to peel the carrier away immediately, leaving us with a nice print right there on our garment. And just like that, we've got a beautiful printed pocket and that over the pocket print. Absolutely no issues in just that 4 to 6 seconds with that goof-proof application. Now what I want to do is show you some real unique and experimental placements to get some very, very cool placement on that pocket shirt. So what we'll do is we'll take our garment and load it onto the heat press just like we did with our first example. We're going to take this little fish guy and make him look like he's jumping out of the pocket. If we were to print with the pocket over the print, this pocket is going to block a ton of heat and not allow you to adhere down here. So I'm going to show you a little trick where we could kind of cheat the pocket and get a nice placement that goes a little bit into the pocket, but does not actually go all the way down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find out where we want our kind of tail to be cut off on this guy. Now, when you're setting up your transfer sheets, you're going to wanna print the whole image, and then we'll edit as needed to see where we really want that to fall. So I'm gonna go just above the pocket here and kind of note where we're gonna cut that. And we'll cut this right here. Now that's going to be our pocket point, we'll say, and I'm just going to let that sit a little bit underneath, and you can kind of see that's exactly where that fish is going to fit. Now we'll go ahead and grab a mouse pad just like we did last time, and we're going to go ahead and put that in underneath the shirt. Now this is where it's going to get a little tricky, because now that we have our placement here, we're actually going to take our pocket and kind of fold it down just a little bit. You don't want to do it too much, otherwise you could really stretch out the cotton on this, which when you wash it, it will go back, it will shrink a little bit and go back to its original shape. So once we're happy with the placement with that, we'll go ahead and move this down and out of the way. Now on some garments, you may be able to fold it back. Some garments you might get away with just folding it down just a tiny bit. We'll go ahead and pre-press this. Now, of course, we're going to want to make sure that our pressure is A-okay. So we're going to have to back this off a whole bunch. And just like that, we're nice and pre-pressed and we're ready to print. So we'll go ahead and grab our graphic. Now it's already aligned right there and down. We'll put that one and make sure it's squared up on our mouse pad. And then we'll just go ahead and press it. Of course, goof proof applies that 4 to 6 seconds and is a hot peel. So we'll peel the transfer immediately when the press opens. And then there you have it. And just like that, we'll remove our mouse pad. And we have an absolutely awesome shirt where it looks like that little fish is just jumping right on out of the pocket. But you can see that there really aren't too many limits if you are willing to experiment with your print placements and getting a little creative with how you use those mouse pads to raise the printing area. But there's tons of potential for you printing on, around, and even, yes, in pockets. And that's it. I wish you perfect pocket printing success. Say that 5 times fast. We are pushing out new videos every week here on Transfer Express YouTube channel, so be sure you're subscribed to stay up to date on all things heat printing. As always, we are happy to help in any way we can for the apparel decorating industry. You can always leave a comment below or just email us at info@transferexpress.com. But until next time, I'm Dave. Happy pressing.